In this episode, I talk about how do I remain accessible, is that the right word? Accessible?
Yeah.
As a leader, even though I employ more than 100 people, I go through the 3 core things, plus the 1 caveat you need to be aware of when you want to maintain a presence without disempowering the managers and the leaders that you've put in place.
28 and I'm trying to shape history, pulling from the sky for some strength to take with me, line up the stars, fly away quickly and push the world forward like a tidal wave hit me. I ride the wave swiftly, I fear no man, check my titles mate quickly, came from the sky with the light of day.
G'day guys, welcome to episode 217 of AskJackD. Today's episode is brought to you by 2 people, neither of which are people. The first of which is Mr. Bear, who's been really well behaved today. Hasn't he? He's doing well. Mainly just because he sleeps all the time. This dog sleeps, like last night he would have slept 12 hours, and then today he would have slept like 6 out of the last 8 hours. What's going on, mate? You okay? The second sponsor, and I absolutely love these guys because they fully contributed to my trip relatively recently around Europe. I was traveling everywhere. And this baby enabled me to work in cafes in Paris, in airports that I spent way too much freaking time in, on planes, the HP Elite. Battery life is amazing, and it came with me everywhere and enabled me to stay in touch with everybody while I was traveling, which was a good way to do it. So thank you, HP, for that. Thank you, Bear, for just... Does Bear actually add any value?
Yeah.
I think... I tell you what happened. Right now we're filming in Mossman at my home. Sarah walks in. Oh my God, it's Bear. Starts playing with Bear. Hi, Jack. Rosie walks in. Same thing. People used to come here to see me. People used to watch this show to see me. Until you came along, mate. Rosie, how you doing?
I'm going.
Let's get into today's question.
Okay. Cool. This question comes from Barton Williamson.
Barton Williamson.
What a great name. Okay, he asks, how do you stay accessible as a leader now that you're managing over 100 people?
Barton, that is an incredible question. That is a really, really good question. Okay, firstly, anything with regards to leadership, management, culture needs to start from a place of genuine care, right? I love my people. I would do anything for my people. Much of my life is built around how do I enable other people to do their life's best work. So it has to genuinely matter to you. Secondly, I'm very conscious of constantly maintaining a presence. So I try and go into the Entrepreneur Development Center as much as possible. I run around and say hello to everybody and spend a bit of time. I play table tennis and just try and do I just do the human stuff, right? Like playing table tennis and having a laugh and all of that sort of stuff. Yesterday we were out here. This is like our Mossman headquarters, if you like, where I come out here and do meetings and different things. And one of the teams was a bit sort of low on energy because they've been working incredibly hard. So the leader of that team reached out to me and said, can you film a video for them? I'm going to pull them away from their desks at 4:30 and they're going to have tea and cupcakes and stuff, and I'd love to play them a video from you. So that was awesome. Keels was in the office, sent that through to Keels. They jump into a room, turn the lights off, watched a quick video from me, which was a genuine sort of thank you for who you are and how much you guys have grown and the progress that particular team is making. And then the other thing is that everybody just always knows, right? So let me balance this conversation by saying when there are layers of management, it's really crucially important that if you're a CEO and you have an exec team and a leadership team, or if one day you want to have an exec team and leadership team, it's an important lesson for the future for you, that you never have conversations that disempower the managers and leaders that you've put in place to manage and lead teams. And so I don't have conversations that might do that. And if I think it is going to be a conversation that might do that, then I invite that leader, I invite that man, and now it's a 3-person conversation so that nothing occurs or gets discussed that the manager, the direct manager and leader of that person isn't across. So the balance is always not disempowering your leaders, however, maintaining a presence with absolutely everybody in your organization. And I do that by, firstly on a monthly basis, I do a founder's address, which is where I speak to everybody, and I'm constantly reminding them, talk to me. My doors, I always say my door's always open, even when it's not, it is, because my door's never open because I have to work in silence, so it's always shut. But they know that if my door is shut, that it's open, come fucking knock, and I'll answer it. right? And so we're always reminding, and Keels, who's my executive assistant, understands that, mate, you sleep more than any creature I've ever seen in my life. She understands that if one of our team members reaches out and wants time, particularly if there's a challenge, but even if it's just, I want to have a coffee with Jack, or I want to do a dinner, or whatever, the answer is always yes. So it starts with care. Make sure you don't disempower the managers and the leaders you've put in place, and make sure you're constantly communicating so that they know they can come to you in any given instance. I think that's my answer.
That was a good answer.
Sweet. Even getting the nod from Keels over there. Love that. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning into episode 217. Thank you to Bear, who continues to sleep. Thank you to HP, who continue to enable me to work from anywhere in the world. Love you guys and love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next episode.
What that means right now is my head's in the cloud with my feet tied down. Looking at the world like it's me time now. Got my A-team here, left the B-side